from experiences.
Start, but I think it's important that we practice social distancing, okay? Some of you might be shielding, I don't know, so please don't take any chances at all. All right, keep moving back, people, and spread wide if you can. It's important.
Thank everyone for coming. I'm glad you all came in today. We are a part of history in the making. I'm a proud black woman who believes that change in the system is compulsory. If the system was fair, we weren't here today. Racism is a fact, and unfortunately is still present in our lives. Enough is enough.
Yeah, today is a difficult one. I wasn't sure whether I should be here, not because I don't believe in the cause, but so many issues. A lot of people in the community are hurting. Really, with everything that's happening with COVID-19 and the fact that we should be staying at home, we should be social distancing. That is another reason why I was really concerned about a gathering like this. And please, as we continue to have these conversations, let's just remember that we need to continue to social distance. We need to wear our masks. We need to make sure that we abide by the regulations. But today is also important for us to come together and have a conversation about what is happening in our society. I don't think any of what we are seeing is new to any of us. We have seen the scenario playing out countless times. But there's something slightly different now. The images that we saw on TV in America, they distressed everyone. It's not the first time we have seen images like that, but for some reason, I think people have said, as my sister said, enough is enough. For so long, people have been quiet because they've accepted that this is what our society is. That needs to stop now. People need to be aware of what your fellow human beings are going through. But also, for others who are coming together in solidarity, so many times I've been, emailed by people, texted, and WhatsApp messages. People are saying, "What can we do? This is not acceptable." And I think for me, that is something positive to hear people saying, "What can we do?" And that is the challenge. There is so many things that each and every one of us can do. But we know that real change comes from those who have the power, those in authority, and those who, in a way, sort of control the means of production, if I can use that term. But change is never going to come unless we demand it. And the coming together that we are seeing now is the kind of, coming together that fosters change. People are going to sit up and listen if we all demand that change. We have seen, messages of solidarity from all the institutions, the police, the local authorities, central government, everyone. But I think it's more than just saying Black Lives Matter. it's about doing something about that. You know, we have seen those messages and people are saying what we have seen happening in America is unacceptable. But I'm not seeing anywhere where people are going to say, this is what we're going to do to address the inequalities in our society. This is what we are going to do to address the challenges that we see when, you know, people are denied their rights. When we see, you know, all these images on TV, you know, do we condemn those things even when we are by ourselves? Or we just say that in public? You know, it is time that change actually comes from within.
8 minutes and 43 seconds. 8 minutes and 43 seconds. That's a long time. That's a long time. Come on, my sisters, you talk back to me. That's a long time. I was very complex and in two minds to be here today, but I want to thank Shayla. Where's Shayla? Shayla, we're looking for you. This young sister that I've known for years, she took on the call. Let's clap for her because it takes courage. It takes courage to put something like this together. And she has not had an easy time, but she's here. So Amandla, you know this symbol that we're wearing on our t-shirts? It's not about black power. This was the symbol of the apartheid era. Amandla, it means power, it means resistance. So I'm not here to make you cry or to whip you up into something about what's happened. I'm here to engage and say that we will resist, and we will resist, and we will resist. 8 minutes and 43 seconds. 8 minutes and 43 seconds. You cannot even begin to contemplate the leverage of that time. So we're going to have a conversation today, and I just want everyone that has a placard to just to raise it up so we could see the sea of voices. This is our conversation this morning. Isn't this amazing? 8 minutes and 43 seconds. We will never forget that timing. We will never forget that timing at all. It's going to be embedded in our psyche. Let us remember George Floyd in a very profound way. To me, he's a sacrifice. It need not have happened, but he was a sacrifice. In the gospel circles, there's a song, it says, it only takes a spark to get a fire going, and then soon all those around will warm up to its glowing. This is what we've done. We've warmed up to that spark. We've warmed up to that spark. So when George died and he gave out his last breath, he was exhaling. We were breathing in. And we will say, no more, enough is enough. When you think about the civil rights movement, you think those brothers and sisters took those blows for nothing? 13th, 14th Amendment, people. The amendment was there. Now we're going to bring this home to us, because in this country we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. We may be comfortable, but there's a group of people who every day sometimes will experience the nuances of racism, and they will experience things that are so prevalent that you have to wonder why mental health is so high amongst BAM communities. Check out the stats, it's high. You have to wonder why there's blood pressure. You have to wonder why there's diabetes. You have to wonder. Stress produces cortisol. Cortisol produces all manner of illnesses in our bodies. It's not in our minds, it's also in our bodies. So when we're coming here today, we're coming to think about the chapters and the chapters of what we have experienced as people. And we're not looking for sympathy. We're not a weak people. We are people that are full of warriors who have fought every day to make life matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
I think it's time to break free and fulfill your goals. Never listen to the liars. Let the truth be told. We only look into the eyes of a world we know. But where did all the Martin Luthers and the Malcolms go? Where did all the role models and the fathers go? I got my family. If you look into the eyes of a child, you can see tomorrow. We struggle to provide, so we have to borrow. Debt, pain and sorrow, now your heart is hollow. Giving up on life, cause and effect. You never know what you have until there's nothing left. We don't appreciate life till there's been a death. People commit suicide in the spite of stress. It's like we're running out of pride. Is there any left? I think we must have misread the signs. It's a game of chess. I struggled to survive, but survived through the struggle. I spent a lot of time trying to make my money double. Addicted to the hustle, ended up in lots of trouble, and subsequently went to prison. Yeah, I did a couple. Incarceration couldn't stop me though. It made me smarter. It made me think about the things in life that I would rather. But being rich don't make it easy, it just makes it harder. And being poor don't slow me down, it just makes me faster. It made me think about the things in life I truly need. No longer consumed by the greed for the things I see. Your ignorance will only allow you to be deceived. So many unanswered questions. So what do you believe? And materialism is a trap. We're the pawns, it's a fact. Can't you see it's a war? Let's attack. And I ain't finished yet. I'm only getting started. If you're feeling lost, home is where your heart is. I've got to speak my mind. I don't mean no disrespect. Listen to the message. This is not a threat. We need to reunite. That's how we be the best, to conquer and divide. That only leads to death. So what's the point in killing if we're gonna die? And what's the point in talking if you're gonna lie? I'm running out of air. I need to catch my breath. I think all of us need to find some self-respect. Thank you.
I would say to our white supporters, go out there and learn. Educate yourself, okay? Until you have had that lived experience, you will never understand what it's like to be black on this world, all right? It's hard, hard. And then when you have children, right, it's even harder, okay? It's really hard for a mother to raise her black son to raise her black son so that he doesn't have contact with the police before the age of 18. What I'm saying, it was really hard for me to bring my child up, my man-child up, when he used to say, "Mum, please stop me today." Why'd they stop you? They said I look like somebody who committed a crime. Okay, so what else? No, just that I was black and a man. Okay, fine. And I had to say to my child, I had to educate my child. Hands up who knows the saying, don't fail the aptitude test. Every mother will tell her black child, do not fail that aptitude test, right? And for those who don't know what that means do not, when you come into contact with the police or anyone of authority, don't get angry, don't start shouting, don't conform to the stereotype, because as soon as you do that, you've lost. You've lost. Their ears closed, their eyes closed, okay? And because of my son being told, don't ever think about going to sixth form because you'll never achieve anything, and he's a really intelligent man, yeah? But you'll never achieve anything. There's black boys that I specifically chose to mentor because I was so sick and tired in my career in the police service and representing people, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and seeing all of the mistreatment and bad treatment that black people had suffered at the hands of the police. I thought to myself, do you know what? I need to scoop up some boys and I need them to understand that they need to wise up and rise up. And what I mean by that is learn and understand how you will be seen by society, and I will give you coping strategies of how to traverse that shark-infested waters, okay, to come out the other side in a positive way, okay? To channel the racism that you face on a daily basis from your peers or from teachers, to channel that in a positive way. And I think we have a responsibility as a community to scoop up our young people, right, and nurture them and help them understand and traverse this horrible, horrible situation of if you're black, you're bad. So now, this is what I'm going to give back to our young black men. When you are stopped by the police, they have a duty to follow a sequence of things. They have to tell you the grounds on why you are being stopped, and if they have to tell you why you're being stopped, they definitely have to tell you why they want to search you, okay? They have to identify themselves. They have to tell you what object that is that they're going to be searching you for, okay? You do not have to give your name, okay? You can use your phone, and police officers should treat you with respect and dignity, all right? So I hope with that little gem of information that our young men can feel comfortable with being on the street, okay, and knowing what to expect. And if you are not happy, you do have the right to make a complaint. And it's because we don't complain, because we're so used to it happening all the time. We do nothing. We just go along our way and think, oh, I can't believe this. Again, I've been stopped and searched. Again, I've been asked where you go. Again, you look like somebody we're looking for. Again, you're in an area that's known for selling drugs. Again, no. They have to have a reason. All right? And it's because you guys do not know your rights that you don't act on it. So I hope that my little bit here has left you something to take away and know, okay, what your rights are.
First off, black, we're the coolest race on the planet. I don't care what anyone says, yeah? Sorry, Curtis, man, say. We are the coolest race on the planet. I believe that. George Floyd, man. I watched the video one time, never again. That's enough for me, yeah? What I will say is Ipswich, I can only talk about Ipswich because this is where I live. We have a big black community. I've always said that we weren't close enough. We were, yes, with the Caribbean Club, we don't have that no more. I believe that them things can come again. But if there's ever a time where we're going to come together, it's now. Not just today, where we're standing here today, you know, it's about tomorrow and what goes on after that. Obviously, I'm a father myself, yes, I've got half a football team, I've got 5 kids, 3 boys, 2 girls, yeah? Love them all. My brother, my mother, all my family. But I'm trying to think, man. This is tough, man, it's crazy. Now going forward, we have local businesses. I'm not going to talk about myself, there's loads of different businesses and stuff like that. We need to stick together, we need to work together, start putting our own money into our own stuff and investing in the town, do you know what I'm saying? Obviously with the kids, you know what, I have to laugh though. Let's be honest. If you took black out of the world right now, black culture, and no disrespect to no one, you got nothing, yeah? No, this is real, you know. Our entertainment, it's not about just TV and stuff like that. Like, when kids grow up now, I think me and Echo were talking about this the other day. Kids, when they grow up nowadays, say, there's not handshakes no more. It's touches, it's spuds, you get what I'm saying? The way people talk now. I'm not, do you know what I mean? Everything's us now. This is factional. Whether you want to stand in, you know, you may not come buy food for me again, I don't know, whatever. But I'm just going to be real with you, yeah? That's how I look at things, that's how I view stuff, yeah? I believe in my community. I've always believed in my people, yeah? I try and do things with the community. I believe going forward that we will do more and bigger things. As you know, as far as like with mental health and that as well, we have a project called the Ipswich Project. You need to support that. If you ain't supporting that, you need to go on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, there's people here that are repping, they're putting in the work. That is a massive project, yeah. When this, sorry, I was about to swear, you know, mind my language. When this is done, yeah, believe me, yeah, that's a big project, and you need to follow that. You need to support that because it's something, you know, it's something that's needed. And yeah, I don't really know what to say, you know. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, you know. I appreciate you guys calling me to come down here and talk. I don't really like talking on big stages like this, you know, but you know, it's nice to see everybody and just hope that we just stick together and just, you know, do better, man.
No justice, no peace, no racist police. One more time. No justice, no peace, no racist police. Listen. Listen, I'm here, 20 years old, right? I be going to school. You know what I hear people calling me? Monkey, gorilla, ape, gollywag. Yeah, they calling me nigger. When did we let that be acceptable? When did we say to our children, that's all right, you're gonna go to school one day, you're gonna be called monkey. You know, for our mixed race people, you're gonna be called lighty, light skin, half caste. What does that even mean? Are we only half white on Tuesday, half black on Wednesday? What's going on here? I've come here to say, even though it's raining, I'll be quick, don't worry. This racist thing is a bit weird. Everyone says it's America, George Floyd. Everyone remember Breonna Taylor. But what about the UK? What about Belly Manjinga spat on the TFL? What about Stephen Lawrence killed broad daylight? Where's the justice? What about Grenfell? That was no accident. I see no justice, no peace. Amen. You said it for me. I'm here wondering what's going on. When is enough enough? When are we gonna be tired of the looks? Yo, look, I'm nearly as dark as you are. Look at me, I went on holiday, got my braids done. I'm gonna have to tell you on that one, that's not it. When are we gonna be okay? Well, we can all rise up together, and it's not just about Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Right now, it's about black lives. Right now, we're the ones. If I pull something out of my pocket, are you gonna shoot me? If I pull out my phone to record, you're gonna shoot me? What am I doing? Am I walking on the road and you're gonna shoot me? I come out, you think I got a fake $20 bill? I'm down on the floor. I can't breathe. What is that? I can't breathe. You're gonna knock on my door when I'm asleep. You're gonna shoot me 8 times when I'm asleep. And it's my fault. I'm gonna go buy some Skittles. I'm gonna walk back and you're gonna kill me. Trayvon Martin. From the ages of 5, you're taking kids in. And I've heard people say, they don't want to play with me because I'm black. They don't want to buy the black Barbie. They don't want to buy the black dolls because they're ugly, they're ghetto. If I speak my piece, I'm ratchet. I'm extra. I'm doing too much. If a black man says, you know what, I'm quite annoyed right now. Whoa, hold up. Don't be too angry right now. Don't be too aggressive. I'm just saying my opinion. We can't speak without being labelled horrible words, thugs. I went to the riots, not the riots, I went to the protests in London. What were they labelled on the news? Riots. What were we labelled as? Thugs. When I see that, I held up my poster. I walked. Because there's other people who can't walk, you know. There's people dead, 6 feet under, no justice, no peace. And I'm here to tell everybody in the quick rain, I'll be quick soon, that this can't be what we're here for. We can't be made and created and breathed and our parents carrying us around for 9 months to die for things we can't control. And I got a little verse from this song from Hairspray. It's a little song. You know it. Okay. There's a road we've been traveling, lost so many along the way, but the riches will be plenty. Worth the price that we pay. There's a dream in the future. And that's all I have to say.
It's mad that we keep having to do this every, 3-5 years, just to prove that black, every day. It's mad, man. This struggle is crazy, but I wrote a verse, I've been writing it for the whole week, about everything that I've been seeing. It's the only way I can really process through that. I don't really talk about it that much, but the best way I did it was just through writing this. Yo, I need some peace. Murders everywhere got me anxious out on the streets. Popo killing brothers, leaving most of us in grief. Stories in the news got me reeling in disbelief. Need to find myself release. Another loved one had to say goodbye. Another slaying on our streets, another taking life. Another nutted that's trying to decide the day we die. I pray the Lord watches over us, we will ready to rise. Look, oh Father, let's set us free. No, you won't let this be. I need a memorable miracle that's so heavenly. In 2020, we're still living in society where if you're black or colored, they be thinking we're the enemy. My skin is the darkest, I'm seen as a target. 400 years of slavery is where it started. 1833 is where they claim it was abolished. I see racism around, but it rarely is acknowledged. I see all my brothers dying, all my sisters crying. To the hands of law enforcers, that's never abiding. We ain't even fighting. They're shooting us like animals, they're claiming that we're violent. I feel the mood is changing. We're trying to win our battles, but our wounds are aching. I'm looking at the top and I see foolish faces that just filled an institution full of ruthless racists. So I say, rest in peace to George Floyd. Living in our memories, the legacy you left. Daughter's gonna grow up knowing daddy was the best, but I really hate the cycle and I really need a rest. So I'm kneeling on his neck. He's choking, man, he can't breathe. Feeling sick to my stomach from all the shit I'm seeing. Look, but this thing is not a pattern. Man, I see it all the time and it's a problem and a pattern. And I feel disgusted to the lack of justice, to the people of our colour, man. I'm thinking, what's this? All the things we put us through, all we've got is just this. If it really weren't for us, then you wouldn't have got rich. You're playing a dangerous game. There's so many other victims, gotta say their names. I'm talking Belly Virginia, David McAfee, Stephen Lawrence, Sarah Reed, Shakira Abdi. Like, when I was young, I would hate to go to school, cause every other day I was racially abused. Tensions started rising, I would get into a feud. Happened right in front of teachers, there was nothing they would do. I would get degraded with jokes full of hatred. There's many ways to bring you down, they would get creative. Ipswich is still racist and I hate to say it. We all need it, education is the way to change it. Let me tell you what is hurting me. Grouping us as black is just ignoring our diversity.
These ideas come from experiences.